What is up, Libra? How y'all doing? It's time for your weekly check-in. Time to see what's going on with you guys for the second week of July. So remember, the weekly check-in is just a short, sweet, quick, general energetic overview. Now, for those of you in need of a personal reading, all the information on how you can go about doing that is in the description of this video. And don't forget, y'all, we got our 4th of July sale going on this week. So the 4th of July sale is $20 weekly live readings, $5 off. You can pre-order a weekly live reading anytime throughout the week. Every Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, we go live. And we start by reading all the pre-orders that came in throughout the week. We do that first. We read those in order of which they came in. And then after we're done with those, then we start moving on to the ones coming in while we're live. But yeah, so this week until Saturday, July 5th, they're $5 off, $20 weekly live readings. Also, don't forget to check out those new general personal readings I have. I'm getting an insanely positive response from those. People are loving those. So, but those are going to be a permanent change. The $20 weekly live readings, that's a temporary change. The general personal readings, that's permanent. So, all right, let's jump into this. What's happening, man? What's happening with Libra's situation and the person you're dealing with in the second week of July? Anything good happening? Anything bad happening? Anything happening at all? Three of Pentacles fell out there. Well, we got, let's see, 2 3s here. So I am kind of starting to feel like there is somebody else in the mix. It almost kind of feels like this is a situation you're removing yourself from, or at least distancing yourself from. Like you just don't want to really be a part of any toxicity. Like this is just a toxic situation, a toxic person, and you know it. And you want to distance yourself from it as much as possible. Maybe it's just getting to a point where you're just about ready to say fuck it on this whole situation. That's what this kind of feels like. Don't want the drama. Don't want the toxicity. Don't want, maybe for some of you, you don't want a third party situation. Yeah, it almost kind of feels like you're getting to a point where you're finding your own closure. You know, sometimes something just happens where you see somebody for who they really are, you know, and once you see somebody for who they really are, no matter how it happens, no matter if they do something or if somebody tells you something, or every now and then, I'll tell you how it happens to me usually. I'll be fucking half asleep. I'll be laying dozing off, you know, music or something blasted in one of my earbuds, half asleep. And then boom, I get hit with a download. And I'm like, whoa, oh shit. And then you get that download. That ever happened to you? Just be like half asleep, not even thinking about it, distracted with other shit. And then you get that download. Either way, however it happens, I feel like you're seeing this person for who they really are and just closing this out and stepping away from it. It almost kind of feels to me like you're accepting a love offer from a completely, totally different, a very unexpected love offer. It feels like you're moving away from this situation here. I love it, man. I love it. You know, one of my favorite things that happens like all the time, I'll read the spread. And then based on my intuition, I'll start rolling forward with the spread, just based on my knowledge of energy and whatnot. And then as soon as I pull a card, it's exactly what I was talking about. I love that. Anyway, though, so let's see how this person feels about you. How's this person feeling about Libra? Second week of July. What's their energies and their intentions? Two of Cups reversed. It don't look like they trying to be with you, you know? Ace of Pentacles, Tower. Man, it's hard to say. The codependency card came out in the heart of the spread, dude. So, when the codependency card comes out in somebody's feelings, that always makes it very slippery to talk about, because the codependent is like an opportunist, you know, because the codependent doesn't connect with people for the actual connection. They connect with people for their own selfish needs and desires. It's all about filling the void in their heart. At the end of the day, when it all comes down to it, when push comes to shove, the nitty gets gritty, at the end of the day, when the cows come home, it's all about filling the void in my heart. It ain't about you. It ain't about how well I connect with you. It ain't about whether or not we have a connection. It's all about who can fill the void in my heart. Spoiler alert, nobody can fill the fucking void in your heart. All they can do is distract you from it. But that's a different topic for a different time. So then it's like, well, then what are their feelings for you? Well, the only way I can really analogously explain that is, have you ever met an alcoholic? A true blue fucking alcoholic. I was a true blue alcoholic 10 years ago. 10 years ago this year, I lived under a bridge, ate out of a trash can, and drank 1 gallon of vodka a day. If you ask a true certified alcoholic if they like the taste of alcohol, 9 times out of 10, they're going to tell you, no, it tastes like shit. Every once in a blue moon, you'll meet somebody that says they enjoy the taste of it, but that's not very common. Most alcoholics will tell you, I can't stand the taste of it. It's nasty. You know? Well, then why do you drink it? Because that's the only thing that distracts me from my pain. So how do you feel about it? Well, it's nasty. I don't really like anything about it, but it distracts me from my pain. Put it to you like this. If you had a choice between non-alcoholic beer and alcoholic beer, which one would you choose? You wouldn't choose the non-alcoholic beer. Why would you? It's nasty. There's nothing enjoyable about it. The only thing good about it is that it distracts me from my pain. I don't care how nasty it tastes. I don't care how much it gags me to drink it. I want the one that distracts me from my pain. You see what I'm saying? So how do you feel about it? That's a slippery slope. But when it all comes down to it, I do think this person does miss what the two of you used to have back in the day, whenever things were good. Because, you know, I don't care how messy this situation turned out. At some point, things were good between the two of you, right? Even if it was only for a month or two, things were good at some point. They do miss that. I just don't think they're really holding on to any hope that this is ever going to work out successfully. This person is emotionally immature, an emotional manipulator. And yes, they absolutely at least have their eye on somebody else. That's all I can really say about that. Okay, well, let's get the advice on this. What's the advice for Libra? What's the advice for Libra? All right, Chariot. Maybe moving on from it is the best thing then. Twice in a row. Six of Swords and Chariot. Come on now. Time to throw in the white towel. Come on now. Come on now. It's time to heal from this and stop losing sleep over somebody that doesn't want to see your value. Doesn't want to. Not can't. Doesn't want to. That's a big, big key phrase. Because when it all what sign was I telling this to the other day? I don't remember. People are going to see you how they want to see you. Period. End of discussion, end of story. When it all comes down to it, you should never find yourself trying to do anything to make somebody see you a certain way. I don't care who it is. Friends, family, romantic partner. If you find yourself having to try to make them see you a certain way, there's a big old problem there. Big old goddamn problem. People gonna see you the way they want to see you. Period. End of discussion, end of story. If you know that what you bring to the table is valuable, that your intentions are pure and good, if somebody don't want to see it, I got news for you, they ain't going to. They are not going to. They won't let themselves. They won't allow themselves to. No matter what you do, they're going to bend it, twist it, and cram it into the box they want to cram it into. No matter what you say, they're going to bend it, twist it, and cram it into the box that they want to cram it into. People are going to see you the way they want to see you. Period. So, all right. I feel like you already know what to do here. You already know. You're making the right decision. All right. Let's see what's coming in next for the singles. What's coming in next for the singles? What's coming in next for the single Libras universe? Oh, the Death card. Okay. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You know, a lot of times people shit their pants when they see the Death card. And I'm not saying that that should never be the case, but way more often than not, the Death card's a good thing. It's a positive thing. Why do you think I wear a skull ring? It represents the death process, the transformation process from one cycle to the next. It's a transformational, slow, gradual, transitionary process out of one cycle and into the next cycle. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Well, I guess depending on how much you like change, but things are always changing. You're never going to stop that, you know? So, hey, we got that King of Pentacles, though. So, this end of it could be an earth sign for some of you. This person could be financially well off. Could be a business owner. But regardless, when I see that King of Pentacles energy, I see somebody that ain't fucking playing around. Ain't playing games. They're not here to waste their time. They're not here to waste yours. They got goals. They have priorities, you know, and they ain't putting up with no fucking body that's going to get in the way of their goals and their priorities. But you are a little bit concerned that maybe they are playing games. I don't know. You are having a hard time deciding whether or not this person is serious and means business, or if they're just fucking around and playing games. You're having a hard time deciding. Could be a Scorpio for some of you. Also have Virgo here. Got Cancer. Okay. Looks solid to me. But again, the first spread isn't the end-all be-all gospel of truth. It's a general energetic overview, mainly from your perspective. So this person might get on your nerves a little bit too. I just don't think you can figure this person out. I don't want to say too much. Let's go ahead and get into the good stuff. Let's see the truth behind their feelings, energies, and intentions. What's this person's truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? What's their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? 9 of Cups. Emotionally independent. So if you've never met a truly emotionally independent person, which honestly most people haven't. See, independent. That word is another frequently misused buzzword in the dating world. Independent doesn't mean alone. That's not what it means. It's not what it means intrinsically. But every time people use the word independent, they always seem to think that that just means alone. I do it all myself, right? This is what most people mean when they're talking about independent. And don't get it twisted, being able to do things by yourself is a form of independence. But emotional independence. Emotional independence has nothing to do with whether or not you're alone. What emotional independence means is I don't depend on anyone to make me feel the way I want to feel. I don't depend on you to create my happiness for me. I'm happy. I'm good. I'm solid with myself. And you can have a big group, a big circle of friends and family, be happily married to your divine life partner, and still be very emotionally independent. Dependent means I need. Independent means I don't need, not I don't have. People mistake independent. They think it means I don't have. No, it means I don't need. So I think this person's very solid. They're very rock solid. They're just not desperate. This person is fiercely independent. Fiercely with the Hermit and the 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. Fiercely. Maybe you just never met somebody that independent in all areas and aspects and facets of their life. And yeah, sometimes when you meet a person like that, especially for the first time, if you are unfamiliar with that energy, it can be a little bit intimidating, you know? But I'm going to tell you what right now, that person ain't playing games with you. They're not here to waste your time. The last fucking thing that they want to do is bring somebody into their life that's going to waste their time, cause a bunch of drama, you know, and just be a pain in the ass. So I don't think it's going to take too terribly long before you realize that, no, they're not playing games. They're just not desperate, you know? So, no, this looks pretty solid. This person wants peace and happiness. They don't want no burdens. They don't want no drama. They want peace and happiness, period. Are you going to add to my peace and happiness, or are you going to take away from it? Which one's it going to be? Because that's going to determine whether or not you play a role in my life. Ain't nobody coming in my life that's going to take away from my peace and happiness. If you're here to just bring drama to the table, arguments, petty little fights, and all this. You can go the fuck on somewhere. I would rather die alone than spend my life with somebody that's going to do nothing but bring fucking drama and arguments and turning every little thing into a fight, twisting everything into an argument, constantly complaining. Fuck that. No, I don't need that. I want peace and happiness. As long as you're on the same page, shit, we'll make a fucking amazing team, dude. Amazing. Let's see how this plays out. Looks solid. Looks solid. Rock solid. Let's see how this plays out. How's this playing out? Judgment. Oh, look at that. Peace and happiness. I don't know. I don't really see a solid decision being made in the first month or so. A lot of potential here. Man, there's a whole lot of potential. I just think you're really second guessing this too much. And at the end of the day, whether you're right or wrong, whether your concerns are justified or silly, if you're uncertain, then it's best to not make a decision. If you're filled with doubt, don't matter why you're filled with doubt. It doesn't matter if it's warranted or unwarranted or if it's valid or not. If you're filled with doubt, your best move is to take a step back. Because that doubt is going to cause trouble. No finger pointing, no judgment. It just is what it is. That energy will manifest the way that energy manifests. Energy, frequency, and vibration doesn't give a shit, y'all. I got news for you. There's no judgment when we talk about energy and vibration. Energy, frequency, and vibration does not give a shit if you're a good person or a bad person. If you have good intentions or if you're a little fuckwad. Just like this flame here, it doesn't give a shit if you're a good person or a bad person. If you're a liar or if you're honest. If you have good intentions or you're a sneaky little shithead. You touch it, it's going to burn you. Because that's the frequency in which it vibrates. Same thing. That energy of doubt and uncertainty doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you're a good person or a bad person. It doesn't matter if you're well-intentioned or not. Doesn't matter. That energy will destroy a connection, no matter why it's there. So, let's just go ahead and grab the advice on this. What's the advice? What is the best advice? What is the best advice? I mean, you got to find that faith before you make that leap. If you can find the faith, make that leap. If you can't find that faith, don't make that leap. If you make a leap of faith, you got about an 80 to 90% chance that it's going to work out for you. About a 10 to 20% chance that it won't. If you make a leap of doubt, you got about an 80 to 90% chance you're going to fall on your face. About a 10 to 20% chance you won't. Yeah. So, I think that I will just leave it at that. When it all comes down to it, I'm going to always bring you back to the same place. Doesn't matter what the situation is, what the scenario, what's going on. It always comes back to the same place. Here. You feel the energy out. You make decisions based on how the vibration feels. If it don't feel right, step back. Don't matter why it don't feel right. Don't matter. If you don't have the faith, don't take the leap. because you'll sabotage something good. You know? We've all done it. Most of us have, I think. I know I have. I've sabotaged good things with my fear. Hell yeah, I have. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, absolutely. I got some things that if I sit for too long and think back on it, it's like, God damn, man. You know? I was a fucking dum-dum. Why the fuck did I do that? You know? So it's okay. No judgment. But if you do find that faith, you're good to make that leap. There's a lot of potential here. But the energy has to be right. Okay? Nothing is more important than the energy being right. If the energy ain't right, it don't matter. Don't matter what your intentions are. Doesn't matter what you deserve or don't deserve. It doesn't matter if you're a good person or a bad person. If the energy is not right, it ain't gonna work. The primary law is the law of vibration. Okay? All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Libra family needed to hear, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is down here in the description. And don't forget, this week we're running our 4th of July sale. The 4th of July sale is $20 weekly live readings. $5 off. Every Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, we go live and we start reading the ones that came in throughout the week, because you can pre-order all throughout the week. And that's what we start with first, is the readings that came in throughout the week, and we read them in order of which they came in. And then after that, we get to work reading the ones that are coming in while we're live. So yeah, you can pre-order anytime, and they're $5 off this week only. The sale ends the evening of the 5th when the live stream ends. Then they go back to regular price. Also, don't forget about them new general personal readings I got on my website, man. Everybody loving them things, dude. So that's a permanent change, though. The weekly live readings is a temporary change. The general readings is permanent. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.